What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Hammerstick and I'm super excited today because today finally the S21 Ultra has arrived. It's over here on the site and today what we're going to do is an unboxing of the Galaxy S21 Ultra. And yes, I know the video is going to be very short. I can even upload it on TikTok, but I have actually pre-ordered the S21 Ultra and that means I have a bunch of stuff that I want to share with you guys and unbox together as well. So over here, the first thing, I have the extra from the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. I have a UV sterilizer wireless charger. I have as well another wireless charger because we all know S21 is not going to give you a charger, but you know what? They give you a much bigger box over here, a wireless charger trio. You're going to get a smart tag as well, another box. And then we have the Galaxy Fit E. This is a smart fitness band kind of thing. And then what else we have here? We have a ANC Type-C wired earphones. This is very special because I don't see a lot of people actually having this. So I'm super excited to show you guys this. And over here we have the Galaxy Buds Pro. So I have actually used the Galaxy Buds, I've used the Buds Live, and I'm super excited for the Buds Pro. And finally here we have the big daddy of them all, we have the S21 Ultra. So I'm going to put this over here, put this on the front, let you guys see because this is going to be very expensive. This has actually been very expensive. I purchased this myself for about 5,300 ringgit, which if you convert this is going to be about 1,300 USD after conversion. So yes, I'm super excited to test out this phone and unbox. So yes, without further talking, we're going to do an unboxing video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first device we have here is the UV sterilizer with wireless charging. So as the name says, you can sterilize any item over here, your phone, you can sterilize your wallet or anything. Just put it over inside here. And while you are UV sterilizing it, you can actually as well wireless charge. What you're gonna do is close this lid, click on the button and just wait for about 10 minutes and your phone is ready to go. Next up, we have here the Galaxy Fit E. So as the name mentions, over here you can see it is a smart fitness band. So you can do your workouts, you can pair this up with your Samsung Health as well. Next up we have here is the Galaxy Smart Tag. So basically this one you can just attach it to your car keys. You can put this, throw this inside your backpack. So if you're traveling, eventually we gotta travel. So you can just throw this inside and basically just pair this, and it does have a 100-meter range so you can detect where is your item. Next up here we have the wireless charger trio and it's pretty interesting once I show you what's inside the box. So yes, the S21 ain't coming with a charger, but if you did pre-order this, you're gonna get the wireless charger trio, you get your brick charger and your cable. So yes, and then what's so special about this is that you can actually charge two devices here, two smartphones, and also a dedicated slot for your smartwatches that supports wireless charging. And next up here we have the ANC Type-C earphones, sound by AKG, and it's pretty interesting. This is the first time I'm actually seeing it, and yes, it does look really good. It's actually bigger than any other earbuds that they have come out before. It's going to be pretty interesting. So if you guys want a review on this, do let me know in the comments down below. I am going to do with the Galaxy Buds, but when it comes to this one, do let me know in the comments down below. And it's been a while since Samsung actually gave us a nice pair of wired earphones. This one does connect with USB-C. You can see here you have your tips on the inside, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty awesome. And you have your cables over here as well. Let's just open this up slowly. Let's not damage the product. And there we have it. I like the nice cable. It's a little bit braided, if you guys can see. It's a bit braided. And the texture of it, it is plastic. I think it probably is sweat proof on this. And next up we have a pair of true wireless earbuds here. We have the Galaxy Buds Pro. Let's open this bad boy up. This is the first time I'm actually looking at this. And let's be careful. And the main feature that they are promoting with this is the fact that they do have ANC similar to the Galaxy Buds Live. They have a so-called kind of voice detect, so if people are talking to you, they can actually filter out that voice. And over here, it does look very, very similar to my Galaxy Buds Live. And we open this up, and yes, it does look really, really good. So yes, I will definitely be doing a full review with the Galaxy Buds Pro and be comparing it to the Buds Live and my ultimate favorite, the FreeBuds Pro from Huawei. Dun, dun, dun. And finally, we have here the main daddy of them all, the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Let's take a moment to open this up. Wow, it really, really looks very, very nice. This is the Phantom Silver. And guys, I gotta tell you, it's looking very, very nice. I gotta admit this. I have said I like the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. It's looking very, very good. So I'm gonna just set this up. So here it is. This is the Galaxy S21 Ultra. And you know what, man, oh man, it really looks and feels very good. But this is what you expect. You're paying a premium price. You gotta make it look premium. You gotta make it feel premium. And it is what it is. You know, it's a Samsung flagship device. I gotta say, the Phantom Silver does look really gorgeous. I've seen a lot online about the Phantom Black. Yes, it does look really good, but the Phantom Silver, I know, you know, it's a bit underrated. I feel it actually looks much better. It does have a more premium vibe to it, but of course, you know, matte black, everybody likes matte black. But over here, I just want to go a bit different and go for the Phantom Silver. And yeah, I gotta say, you know, it looks really good. And talking about premium stuff, this one over here, you have a premium glass sandwich, you have a Gorilla Glass Victus. So yes, it's gonna offer you a bit more protection if you do scratch it or if you do drop it. It's a bit similar to the ceramic shield on the on the iPhone series. So yes, I'm definitely not going to test out the resistance on this, but you know, it's nice to know you have your latest glass protection on the front and on the back as well. And talking about the glass, let's look at the front display. And over here, for the very first time with Samsung, not only you have a 120Hz display and a Quad HD display, but the fact that you can actually use both of these settings right on the go. Before this, you can only use HD Plus at 120Hz, but for the S21 Ultra, you can actually bump it up all the way to Quad HD Plus with 120Hz. And yes, you have an adaptive refresh rate over here with that LTPO display to help with that battery, because you know what, when you're going to scroll through with 120Hz and Quad HD, it's definitely going to drain your battery. And Samsung is really smart here. They implemented what they did with the Note 20 Ultra, so you have an LTPO display which does change your refresh rate from 40 to 120Hz. So yes, it will save the battery, and you don't have to really worry about the battery, for me, to be honest, because this phone is massive, because it does have a big ass battery over here. It does come with 5000 milliamps of battery, which is similar to the S20 Ultra but bigger than the Note 20 Ultra. That one came in about 4500. So yes, if you compare this to the Note 20 Ultra, it is an upgrade. And you know what, I am pretty excited to test this out. But what's more important when it comes to battery saving is the fact that you need a really good chipset on this. And we all know about the Exynos 990. Over here in Malaysia, we always get Exynos. Last year with the Exynos 990, we have seen so many videos about the heating issue, battery drain issues, and it was just a whole mess. And I like the way that Samsung kind of rebranded the whole name. It's no more following the 990 series. They're just doing it a whole new kind of thing. They're coming up with the Exynos 2100 over here. And I do expect the performance on this to be much better. I do hope, because yes, you're paying a lot, and it's kind of Samsung's make or break in terms of their chipsets. After this, of course, they're partnering with AMD, so you know, the future does look bright with Exynos. And yes, I'm definitely going to do a performance test with the iPhone A14. I'm going to do with the Snapdragon 865 and a mysterious Snapdragon 888. So yes, do stay tuned to this channel by subscribing. Also helping out with that chipset is you're going to have 12 gigs of RAM with the S21 Ultra and 256 gigs of storage. And for the first time ever in a long time, this is going to be a bit of a downer for a lot of people, is the fact that you do not have a micro SD expansion slot. But hear me out on this, because to be honest, I use a lot of phones. I transfer a lot of data from one phone to another phone, and what I can say is not many people would actually actually reach to 200 gigs of storage. If you want to expand it, you can get the higher variant, or you can just put it into a USB thumb drive or a hard disk or something like that, or even use Samsung Cloud. But for an average user, I do see that 256 gigs of storage is more than enough for a lot of people. And you know, the thing about micro SD expansion slots is the fact that sometimes the micro SD, it's a physical device, it can get damaged and it can get corrupted. So sometimes in terms of data transfer as well, having an internal storage is much better than having an external storage. But that's just my thoughts. You know, some people may not like it because they feel like it's a downgrade. So yeah, if you're not happy, just do leave a comment down below. Don't dislike this video. You know, just be nice, guys. And with all that hardware, we gotta have good software inside. And over here with the S21 Ultra, it's coming out with One UI 3.1. And the major thing I like about this is the fact that if you go all the way to the left, you have something very new here, which is Google Feed. And this is really interesting because last time Samsung used to have the Samsung Daily, which I never ever used because it was just so useless. This time they made it very nicely. They kind of go back to a bit more stock Android-ish, and there's no shame in that because I really like this feature. I love it on the OnePlus 8 Pro. And finally, on these Samsung devices, on this Samsung device, the S21 Ultra, you have this feature. And another thing I really like with the One UI 3.0 update is the fact that you can actually double tap to lock your phone. And last time they only had the double tap to wake. This time you have your double tap to lock your phone. And this time, what I like about the Samsung device, because I did set up my fingerprint, and what I noticed is it's really fast. Like with the S10, it was really slow. Like you gotta make sure you hit it at the right spot. That's what she said. But this time with the S21 Ultra, I feel that yes, it's a very fast sensor. It's a much wider and it's like a second gen sensor, and I think it's more secure because they are using an ultrasound instead of optical. And this is one of the small stuff, you know, this is the kind of small stuff that Samsung does improve, which does improve the experience. Also, the other flagship shenanigans that come with this phone is the fact that you have your stereo speaker setup tuned by AKG, you have your IP rating, you have your wireless charging, and also reverse wireless charging, so you can get your Galaxy Buds and just pop it on the back and it will just wirelessly charge up. So for the very first time ever, Samsung is actually providing an S Pen support for their Galaxy S21 series, but only for the S21 Ultra. Over here, I have the S Pen for my Tab S7, and yes, it does work really well. You don't have your Bluetooth features as if with the Note 20 series, but you know, you can just kind of draw, you can just kind of use the S Pen. It's a cool feature. You have a case with it that Samsung does sell. I did not purchase that because it was just a bit too pricey, but maybe if you guys want, you can just find it in the Samsung online stores. And lastly, over here, one of the major upgrades with the S21 Ultra are the cameras. And over here on the main lens, you get your 108 megapixel sensor. Yes, the numbers may kind of bluff you like with the S20 Ultra. You guys know about the autofocus issue, but over here, they did improve it with the Note 20 Ultra. I do like the autofocus, and they're implementing that with the S21 Ultra over here. So it does have the laser focus for better autofocus issues. And it's pretty interesting seeing on the other three cameras. So two cameras over here are telephoto cameras coming in at about 10 megapixel. And you might be wondering, why did Samsung actually come out with two similar 10 megapixel cameras? And it's pretty interesting because seeing over here, one of them is at 3 times optical zoom and another one is giving you 10 times of optical zoom. And what I noticed about this is, like last time when I used to take photos, I always go into 2 times of zoom, which is pretty much useless. And most of the time you will go up to 3 or 5 times of zoom. And a lot of the time it's a lot of digital work, so the images will look a bit soft, a bit grainy. Over here you're going to get a optical zoom, so it does give you a clearer image and it does bump it up to 10 times. And yes, they do have a space zoom here up to 100 times zoom. To be honest, I never use a 100 times zoom on this phone ever. Even with the S20 series, even with the Note 20 Ultra, I never use the 100 times of zoom, space zoom. I only do it with my videos. I never actually use it. But what I realized about this is the fact that sometimes, imagine if your maximum zoom is at 50 times or maybe 10 times. So at 10 times, the pictures will look grainy and they look a bit soft. But imagine if you compare that with a camera that can go up to 50 times and then you zoom it at 10 times, the photos will look much clearer, much sharper. And on the fourth lens, which actually acts as a fifth lens. So over here on the fourth lens is a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and this is where Samsung kind of quietly improved the ultra wide over here. It's following similar to the OnePlus 8 Pro, is that the fact that it does provide this dual autofocus thing. So you can take ultra wide shots, and what it does do is if you're going very close to an image, you can actually take very good macro shots. So it does act as two cameras, and it's really cool seeing that most other phone companies, when they give you a macro camera, it's coming usually at 2 megapixel. The most you're gonna get is about 5 megapixels. So you can actually use the 12 megapixel great sensor over here for your macro shots. And I've actually done a lot of videos with the OnePlus 8 Pro, and I absolutely love the macro on the OnePlus 8 Pro, and I didn't really realize why is it. And after the S21 Ultra came out and a lot of videos came out with it, I kind of figured out with the dual pixel autofocus with the ultra wide cameras. So that is it. This is the unboxing, first impressions of the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So if you did enjoy this video, do click that like and smash that subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. Do also follow me on my socials as well, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also here on YouTube at Dr. Hammerstack. So that is it. This is Dr. Hammerstack. Stay safe, take care, and wash those hands.